What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in for today's video. You are just in time to see an early first round mock draft. Click that button, stop fronting. Let's go. Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in. So, today I want to do an early first round mock draft. We're in August right now, so we're talking multiple months before fantasy drafts even start. This is before the NFL draft even starts. But I really want to get it into an early first round mock draft. Number one overall, I got to go CMC. I didn't think that he could go anywhere after leaving Carolina that would give him more fantasy value than Carolina, but San Fran had to have been the perfect spot. He loses a little volume. He's not going to have 100% of the running back carries. He's not going to have 100% of the running back receivings, yards, receptions. But what he loses in volume, he gains in consistency and efficiency. Um, you can't sit here and say he's injury prone. He did have a couple of injuries here and there in his career, but last year he proved that he can stay healthy for the full season. And I do think that the number one pick should be Christian McCaffrey. Number two, I'm going with Austin Eckler. 2 years in a row, he's got 20 touchdowns or 18 touchdowns. So he's going to give you, on average, 15 to 20 touchdowns between receiving and rushing. I do know that he wanted to be traded in the offseason. That doesn't necessarily mean he didn't want to be with the team or he didn't like where the team was going or his availability with the team. He just wants to get paid what he deserves. He's one of the top running backs in the league. He should get paid that way. Number three, this is actually easily up for debate, but I'm going to have to go Justin Jefferson. In a full point PPR league, he was the number one receiver last year. He topped Cooper Kupp, who got injured, Jamar Chase, who's up there also, and even Devontae Adams going to a new team. Justin Jefferson has to be the top three conversation. You could swing either way. You could say Devontae Adams. You could say Cooper Kupp, because even before he got hurt, he was getting plenty of targets from Matthew Stafford. But at the three, I'm going to go Justin Jefferson. With the number four pick, I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor. He had a real bad year last year based off of injury, but I do think that he should be in consideration with a top five pick. And some people might even say a top one. It's hard for me to say because I got to go CMC or Austin Eckler before him. But as a running back, I definitely think he's top three. Number five, give me Cooper Kupp. Before he went down, he was averaging about 10 receptions a game with Matthew Stafford. They lost OBJ. They lost any weapons that they might have on the outside. Tight ends are not going to give him anything. Cooper Kupp is the only option in that offense. He's going to get easily 10 to 15 targets a game. He's going to get peppered with targets with Matthew Stafford. So he definitely is deserving a top five pick. And his injury was earlier on in the season. So you can't say that he's going to get, he's going to dwell on his injury. Because we've seen him come back from a torn ACL to lead the, league in receptions, touchdowns, yards. So top five pick, I'm going Cooper Kupp. At number six, I'm going to go Jamar Chase. I do think that his upside is limited to a certain degree because of T. Higgins. T. Higgins on any given game could be the 1A to Jamarcus Chase's 1B, or vice versa. Jamarcus Chase could be the 1A to T. Higgins' 1B. But I do think that his blowout games are phenomenal. His blowout games are going to be, 15 catches, 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He can do that on any given week. There's not many receivers who's going to do that. So I do think Jamar Chase, for my top 6 pick, I'm taking him. Number 7, as a Raiders fan, it pains me to say this, that he's all the way at number 7, but give me Devontae Adams at number 7. Derek Carr was, one of his best friends, and first season with the team, he had 1,500 yards, over 12 touchdowns, 100 yards receiving, so he's quarterback proof. He doesn't need Aaron Rodgers to be a top 5 receiver. Doesn't need Aaron Rodgers to be a top 3 receiver, really. Once again, you can have that conversation between, Jetta, Jamar Chase. You could say Cooper Kupp, but I definitely think Devontae Adams should be in that conversation. Give me him with the number 7 pick. Number 8, this is where I'm taking Travis Kelce. You could feel comfortable taking Travis Kelce as a top 5 pick. In a PPR selection, his value at the tight end position compared to what you're getting as, a low-end RB1 or a low-end wide receiver 1, the tight end 1 compared to the tight end 2, that difference is just so, so great. Like it's just you're talking 50 to anywhere between 50 to 100 points between a tight end one and a tight end two. So having Travis Kelsey on your team is almost like having a wide receiver and a running back, almost like having two wide receivers at that one position. So definitely going in the first round where I feel comfortable taking that about the eighth slot. Number 9, give me Derrick Henry. Once again, I know that he was in trade discussions this season. I know that Tennessee is probably thinking about going in a new direction. He did get injured. He did have that foot issue, but he's still, still giving you 300 touches, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's all the Tennessee Titans have. They lost AJ Brown. You got Traylon Burks to replace him, which is was a rookie last year. He didn't really do too well. It's kind of plagued by injury, but this team was going to run through Derrick Henry. Number 10, give me Stephon Diggs. Um, Number one target to Josh Allen, top 5 receiver in the league. He's not a sexy pick. That's the thing. You're not really excited to have Stephon Diggs as your wide receiver one. Just there's a lot sexier picks, but he's very consistent. As long as Josh Allen is in the game, as long as Josh Allen's playing, Stephon Diggs is going to be a wide receiver one, and he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver. At 11, give me Tyreek Hill. I know the Tua had the concussion issues, and he could, get a flick to the head and be out the rest of his career. But I do think that Tyreek Hill is matchup proof. He's also quarterback proof. The way that Mike McDaniels runs that offense is not only just bombs. He's not, getting 40 to 50-yard bombs like it was with Patrick Mahomes. He's getting 10 to 15-yard slants and, projected touches to where they're getting him the ball. They know they're going the ball towards him on that specific play. He's getting the ball in space where he can create yards after the catch. So give me Tyreek Hill at number 11. And to round out the top 12, give me, once again, Josh Jacobs, hometown kid, Las Vegas Raiders. Led the league in rushing last year. I do think that the cousin of Mike McDaniels, Josh McDaniels. I do think that he wants to run Josh Jacobs into the ground. They did go ahead and franchise tag him for one more year. They want to see what they have. They want to see if he can stay healthy once again. I do think that McDaniels wants to run the ball. He wants to ground and pound. He's going to have Jimmy G for the majority of the year. We might end up drafting a rookie quarterback. Who knows? But I do think they want to run Josh Jacobs into the ground. I think the offense is going to run through Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams. So listen, that's my early mock round draft. That's my early mock draft round one. Leave in the comments below who you think. If you like the picks, let me hear your top selections for the top 12 players. Subscribe, comment, let me know. Holla at your boy.